Cool. Okay, so good morning, class. Good morning. How are you guys doing today? Okay. Good. Okay, so.
Did you have all your cameras?
Huh?
Did you have all your cameras?
That's not another cap.
Oh, that's, sorry.
Thanks for
So, today for our social studies class, we have a topic today. It's called human-environment interaction. So, does anybody know what this is basically saying? By the way, you're fifth graders. Yes, Amanda.
Well, I know that human means people,
Yes, that's good.
and environment is like outside where we live.
Nice.
So I'm guessing it means something about how people react with where they live.
Good. Wow, amazing. Added on to that? Roger?
Not anything.
Cool. So, just for our schedule today, it's going to look a lot like science because we're dealing with the environment, but with the factor of human interactions, that's where we're going to get the social studies aspect, and we'll go into more of that a little later. We're going to inquire for a little bit, we're going to have a debate, and then we're going to discuss at the very end and see what's going to happen, or what's going to go with that. So, yes. First and foremost, I want you guys to find your face partner, and the table of three, we're just going to work together. So each group, you're both going to look at these sheets together, and you can either, I have pieces of paper, but I don't know where they went, write on the paper itself, or grab a piece of notebook paper, which I have. And I want you to just write down your answers with each other, talk about them, what you think they are, answer the question, and then we're going to talk together at the end about what we think is going on. So, and if you can't see the pictures, I have a slide for it just so you can see them a little bit clearer.
Okay, so what's the cause? So it's like right here, they mentioned back there is fine. I'm wondering if it's a flood, you know, yeah, but it doesn't look birds.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a bird. It could have been like
Burns the tree.
Wow. Tanya has the idea of flipping it over if you can see that better.
You can actually see.
There you go.
I mean, that's crazy.
So maybe a flood.
Yeah, but yeah, you can actually see that those are lost in the shot.
what?
Oh.
Bring rain. Are we supposed to write these down?
Mine, all the time. That was. Okay, so look at this.
About like a little over a minute just to get some answers down for us.
I did too. Until when you Where have you seen this before in real life? On Front Street. Front Street stinks too. Yeah.
I wish I could like
I know.
down or something.
I just
It's okay, my family in New York. We should go down and visit us.
About 30 more seconds.
Animals could get silent.
Like, what is that for? Why is that?
Nuclear.
Fish die. Yeah.
I think it's nuclear power. That's Front Street's where
Oh,
I didn't write down nuclear. Really? Did you know this? I watched it. This principle and opposition may occur in this image.
Okay, let's get our last answer down, last sentence down, whatever it is.
Nobody will visit. The turtles can end up with some kind of plastic wrapped around the shell.
Wait for your last sentence. Okay, let's come together and just talk about, does anybody want to share what they had for the first picture? So the first picture is a bunch of lumber being cut down in a forest. It's just completely down. There's nothing around it for what happened, so it's just, what do you guys think was the cause of this photo? Yes,
You said it could have been a flood.
flood. Mm-hmm. That sounds good. Fire.
We said it could have been a fire.
Fire.
We thought it was a lumber company
A lumber company. Why would a lumber company cut down trees?
to come make some paper.
Or a house.
Or a house.
Yeah. Or maybe they wanted to put a strip mall there. Mm-hmm. Maybe they wanted a new housing company or establishment. Maybe a school. Yeah, maybe we're moving to a school. Yeah. Cool. What else do you think is the second photo? What is that picture of? Have you guys seen that before?
Yeah.
Courtney?
I was telling my bass partner and other bass partners that when we go to Banneker, and I think if you drive on 70 West, there's a plant and it stinks really bad.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
It's like that.
And so we also talked about seeing them off of Front Street on 435
Yeah.
and how they stink as well.
Right.
Very smelly areas.
That's a water plant on
They don't have a blue.
No, it's just like,
What is it? Yeah. So water plant is a function of it. What are some other functions you guys think that could be related to? Pollution? I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know. Like, I see a lot of these power plants going around. There's just smoke blowing out. I'm like, I don't even know what you are for. Like, are you supposed to be for water? Like, I never knew there was smoke involved with a water plant. That doesn't make a lot of sense with me. But I was just wondering that too. It's like, what do we know what that's related to? Tanya?
Power and Light is off of Front Street, and I know that they have the smokestack. I only know because I have a friend, 5th grader and all. I have a friend, my friend of my parents, he works at Power and Light. No, but they do have Power and Light down there, and I'm pretty sure they're pulling from the river to pull the power.
Interesting. Well. And then the last photo is bottles stacked up on the beach shore. They're not in the shore quite yet, or the ocean quite yet. They're just all stacked up together. What are some effects of that? How did they even get there?
Maybe people throwing there.
Thrown in there? How often have you guys gone to a lake or possibly the ocean and you've seen just bottles sitting there or cans floating around? Okay, so what are some effects of that? Amanda?
It looks ugly.
Yeah, it looks really ugly. Do you want to get in that water if you see a can floating by?
Yeah.
I don't know how it is.
they said that animals could die, they could eat it, or they could suffocate. Like,
The turtle, they get stuck in the 6-pack thingy. So.
you see?
Yeah,
I still cut those, thank you.
I still cut them up too.
Yeah, so it's pretty harmful. Now, the question is, what were some similarities between all three of these photos that we kind of touched on? Not all of us had answers pointing towards it, but I think through our discussion we all kind of found out that there was one similarity at least to all of them.
Humans?
Humans, yes. So there's some type of human involvement in them. So we kind of already answered that question, but like at what level are humans involved? So in general, we're talking about a big topic with all three of these photos, and it's 2 words, and they've been kind of floating around for a while through politics, governments, maybe your parents have talked about it, maybe a couple schools or grades have talked about it, but I just want to know if you guys like maybe remember or can you have a guess for what these 2 words are? They both begin with a C. Change. Climate change, yes. Good. Now, does anybody know what climate change means?
That's like something to do with the ozone layer, right?
Yeah, so that the ozone layers and that, yeah. Anybody else?
What was your question?
What is climate change? Just like,
When the climate changes because of he's not told.
yeah, the climate's changing for some reason, and it's been a huge deal. People aren't understanding why, but so for some reason we have all these statistics about how our ozone layer is depleting. There's too much carbon dioxide. We have to reduce our carbon footprint. Now, I know for fifth graders, we're kind of like, what does that mean? How did we involved with that? So, what I want you guys to do is, if you brought your technology devices, can you pull them out? And we're actually going to have you guys do some research just about how humans are involved with climate change, or if we are involved, if it's like if we have a huge impact in it, or if we aren't really impacting it at all. Is it just naturally happening, or are humans the reason why it's happening? And how? Is it because we're putting bottles in the water, or is it because we're just breathing too much air? So, what I want you guys to do is, on this side over here, we are going to research some questions on websites that have educational information, so not just like Yahoo Answers or anything like that. We're looking for like .gov websites, and we're going to try to figure out if like humans are not the cause of climate change. On the right side over here, we're going to find some facts about why humans are the cause of climate change. And I have some papers that we're going to work on. And so I know not everybody has a device, so when you do find an information artifact, I want you to talk with your whole entire group and decide whether or not you think that is a fact worthy of being put on the paper. Hopefully those show up. If they don't, leave Amanda's. Does anybody have any questions before we get started about this?
.gov or
.org.
It doesn't have to be .gov, but just don't go like on any.
Wikipedia.
Yes. Thank you for asking. Yes. Any technology device. I know fifth graders have all their. Yes, Tanya, do you have a question? Okay, cool. So, and then at least like 5 facts would be great. If you guys can at least find 5. They don't have to be like huge facts, but just brief little facts about what's going on. That's fine. Yes,
Okay, so
The touch screen.
it says humans are
Everything is touch screen.
yes.
So it has to be that we're the cause, or can it say that we're helping, like we're a factor? There we are.
Yeah, I would do that like a factor. Because there's a lot, you can find like the facts at least for how humans are handling it.
Okay.
More so than just being natural. Okay, yeah. So it doesn't have to be like straight like
I know. I don't know.
Who's going to be our
I know that.
yeah.
That they're kind of getting away from the fact that humans cause climate change. Just because if you look at history, like we have recorded history.
And you're about 18 minutes.
Like,
Okay,
it's
cool.
naturally
Thank you.
gonna be warming.
Left or into it? Okay, cool.
That's
So like 12 minutes left or so?
Amazing.
Good time.
Really affected climate.
Okay, so that would be a good way.
Natural disaster class.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so like natural disaster reports tend to like volcanoes and earthquakes and like concussions of all this.
They pump sulfur
So natural disasters
Yeah,
have a large factor of climate change.
yeah. So maybe if you just so we can get some resources behind that. I'm not.
Here you go.
Well, I
Right,
got
and
one.
you do research.
And then also, last night I
There were 2 major ones in 1987.
I heard something about how it was not causing whole Netflix and like reached it for a second. But they were talking about how stars. I'm gonna look it up, but there was something else that they thought was contributing to our ozone layer that had to do with stars.
Yeah, it is. Do you need another napkin? Okay.
facts, like bullet
Dr.
points.
Ketchum talks about that. They do a lot more than what we do.
We are factors, something like the title. So this is what.
They emit between 130 and 230 million
We are
tons of carbon dioxide.
well, we agree that we're
Are not. I think we're supposed to do R.
Yes, in there, because
People
we're not.
Oh, not?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We are a big factor,
Okay.
but it's been proven.
She said it can be, just not something.
It has to be reliable source.
Ecological consequences and
This article is talking about how volcanoes are affected, and then all of a sudden they start talking about human effects.
What? I just thought you just said
That's what it said here. It's like, but on the other hand,
Usually you make a shoe and just put like
I just said feel.
We're gonna have about 8 more minutes to do this.
Natural causes.
okay, according
I was going to
to
say more than humans, but that's not true anymore. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, it says by burning fossil fuels, people release in excess of 100 times more.
I will leave that part out.
Yeah. That's not
But
really.
yeah, just
Yeah, that doesn't prove our
affect
point.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is how research is done.
I mean that according to it's WWF
I'm finding that
dot panda dot
cause because
Okay.
they are talking about the ecological impact of tsunamis, particularly the one that happened in 2004.
not good.
the sun changes.
Yeah, I was just looking at that too. I was about to say. That's one of the things we look at. That's a natural,
Okay.
natural cause. It's a variation in the sun's energy reaching Earth. So, like the sun's burning
This
temperature.
It says it means like, but increase in solar output falls short as an explanation.
Remember that tree yesterday?
Quit reading on.
That's what I say.
Remember the tree I showed you yesterday? This one, the sign?
Okay, if you want to put under the tsunami, all the seawater that comes inland, it makes the soil less fertile, and then it plays a huge part in erosion.
Tsunamis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Because I was about to say that.
And reflectivity goes in here too.
What is reflectivity?
Like how the Earth, how it's rotating, and like basically, like when you have a mirror and the sun and all of that, and you know people do that stuff where they burn a hole into something like that. Like however the Earth
Kids
moves
burn ants or
in
whatever.
relation to the sun, it's receiving more heat than at other times. So it's burning the layer.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's intense. You should be doing that.
So we have tsunamis
I know that there is. If you look at recorded history, it naturally climates naturally go through shifts and changes.
Are we
I don't
Well,
have.
the sun changes, right?
looking like pollution and climate change? I mean, I know they each other, but are we seeing?
We're saying that they don't. Yeah, our side
I guess I don't
is
really.
our side of the argument is humans are not the main effect.
Yeah.
The
Like, so,
temperatures fluctuate naturally.
Greenhouse gas concentrations. I guess that's like another natural change.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to give it its own tab.
I say
I
yes.
do, yeah.
We need all the information we can.
and like a lot of people talk about how like there's all these and like the plates are shifting, and so like that might have an effect on this like different like.
I don't.
clean
Do you
up.
want us to put like according to this website, they're supporting.
Yeah, do we need
You want like no, just like when we're gonna have like a debate afterwards, and so you're gonna need to know like what you're talking about, and so you can say like, well, we found this, and it says this, and so yeah, just know that like don't make it up. Like I just want to know that you're actually like, looking these things up and have a source that with
Well, if you climate change is not something outside the topic yesterday, like it's taken a really long time to come here, so
It's not like
then we have nothing. So it's like
it's been happening long before humans have
Okay, so I figured out what increasing our greenhouse gas concentrations.
All right.
This is a lot of. I'm gonna just show it to you. I ain't even gonna read it to you. If I read it to you, you'll be like, that increased polar stratospheric ozone losses and delayed eventual recovery owing to increasing greenhouse gas concentrations.
Amen. Everybody was on
Yeah.
What?
I said how much she had left because this is what my timer is. I have 9 minutes. Yeah. Does that sound right? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go Google.
Yeah. Yeah.
Polar stratospheric ozone
for
losses.
humans had significant effects.
I don't even know what they said. They couldn't do it.
Was that what's it?
No, they were like, she was going to do it second semester, so
I need that, Roger. I need to get smart here.
Increase.
we're trying to get to these
Polar stratospheric. STR. ATO. SPH. BRIC. Ozone losses.
How much more time do you guys think you need to get 5 points?
And delayed eventual recovery.
No.
Increase.
Wait,
Delayed eventual recovery.
3 minutes? Cool. Hey, Amanda, is your group ready for 3 minutes? Is that good?
Yep.
Cool. 3 more minutes then.
Increase greenhouse gas concentration.
Okay, so what causes the polar stratospheric ozone loss, though? Does it say that?
The chemical reactions responsible for stratospheric ozone depletion are extremely sensitive to temperature. Greenhouse gases warm the Earth's surface but cool the stratosphere.
Oh, because it's naturally cold at the poles. That in itself. Okay.
We'll go with that. Stratospheric
I'm thinking all that,
Repletion, is that a word?
Yeah, CO2 levels. This was not correct.
So,
And translate that.
just CO2 levels. Weather. I mean, I know that we are the weather, the temperature changes, and I don't have time to work. They're talking about like
Natural weather. We're good with that.
that temperature.
Stratospheric ozone. On the base temperature, the atmosphere is subdivided into altitude region. The layers of ozone close to Earth's surface is a region called the troposphere. This region includes the area we live in, and where its weather systems occur, the air pressure. 90% of the atmosphere is in the troposphere.
800,000. Yeah. What? I was like, no, I was like, definitely, no.
So now,
Just start talking about the child.
now that you guys are all done with your points, just start to decide who's going to be the presenter and like debater for the woman who can get with the other team. So maybe like go over that and how you're going to present your points and who's going to be presenting them.
Alright, which one is going to be, who's good at debating?
So her debate.
Boom. Big
They both do.
Yeah, I mean, really big.
Levi, are you going to debate it for us?
The pressure's on.
Right.
Should be one-on-one.
Just because it's a good place to start.
They put things in basic terms.
So it might be a little.
Yeah, all I like to do is talk about
Well, one thing I
So basically, found out what that is. So
Find out what is.
this whole stratospheric ozone depletion thing is basically that would be like there's holes in the ozone everywhere. Like they're like happening at our polar. Like
They're getting bigger at the poles.
yeah, they're getting deeper, deeper holes. So like stratospheric ozone depletion.
So Courtney's group's going to finish up writing their point. Do you guys have your presenter ready? So we're going to bring it back up here. Are you guys ready?
You're right.
Dress it up and bring it up.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So let's bring it back up here. And then presenters, will you raise your hand, please? Levi and Adeline, awesome. Will you guys come stand up here with me? So we're going to quickly discuss your points of the sheet, and then at the very end, we're going to discuss about what we think we can do after this. So who wants to go first? Levi can go first.
All right.
They're hiding it.
Okay, so let's all give my attention.
First fact. Volcanoes, specifically, along with natural disasters, pump sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere, which destroys the ozone layer. So that's number one. And also, thank you.
Thanks, Amanda.
Temperature changes naturally over time as the sun actually changes brightness. So over time, the sun gets brighter and then less brighter, so it goes back and forth. And along with that, climate change reacts to the brightness of the sun and changes over time, so it's kind of like a cycle. Also, what else we got? Each pole naturally kind of changes over time, is that?
Okay, so it's cold at the poles, right? And the fact that it's cold naturally decreases the ozone's ability to replenish, which is why the holes are at the poles. And the depletion increases greenhouse gas. But the cold temperatures are what are slowing down the replenishment of ozone. Natural cold temperatures.
Awesome.
Natural temperatures caused by weather affect climate change.
Okay.
So more than half, according to National Geographic, more than half of that accounts for it. So more than what we do, it's all naturally plays a bigger factor than what we do. So.
One minute or 45 seconds.
Ready?
So though some agree with that, we say that we are a factor, and we are not the creator, but we are in fact a big factor of it. Yes. So we say that automobiles release carbon dioxide and other types of pollution that contribute to climate change, and since we all bring in our parents drive cars, and that's not a good thing. So we should try carpooling. Deforestation, which just means cutting down the trees, and then also increases CO2 levels, carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere, and reduces clean oxygen for people to breathe. And then so that just means we're cutting down all the trees, and then we're cutting down healthy trees, which just means that we're cutting down our oxygen levels. Burning of fossil fuels like oil and coal increase the amount of CO2 levels, carbon dioxide levels within the atmosphere. So coal and oil combines carbon and oxygen in the air, and then just makes it not good. Today, our CO2 levels are 40% more than the highest natural levels in the past 800,000 years. And that is from .org. That is a reliable source. And this was from NASA, so NASA knows what they're talking about. The greenhouse effect causes the atmosphere to retain heat.
Awesome.
And that is all.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, does she just cut you off, or does she let you tie it up? Okay, tie it up.
So quickly, we're just gonna raise our hand. Does anybody want to change sides? Was anybody persuaded by the other person's debate on where their stance was?
Everyone be on the votes.
Yeah. There can be a middle ground. You can say that there's some points that are persuaded. For sure. So everyone's staying where they're at? Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So my last question is just, so now what do we do as humans? What is our responsibility, our role? Because we live on this earth, so we have to have some type of responsibility for this. What do you guys think are some ways that we can help? Since there are some human involvement and there's some not. What do you guys think that we can do now as our responsibility as humans? Levi?
Stop the volcanoes.
Stop the volcanoes.
I would say cut down on our CO2, so walk more, unplug your electronic devices when you can.
Do you guys think you could persuade your parents to walk with you to school more? No. Or maybe get a bike?
I would say we could carpool with our friends.
Ooh, I like that one. Carpool with your friends.
You have friends that drive? Well, with our friends' parents.
You're right, the bus.
Amanda?
We can recycle, so they don't have to cut down as much.
Love it. Awesome.
Use less paper.
This is
Less
great.
homework.
From the back. I get it.
I just got this really good idea. We can keep on recycling. Like in our class, how we recycle.
I love it.
Just came from my kids.
Wow. Let's start doing it. Cool. Thank you guys.
All right.